Well, hello. Thanks for coming back to check out another video. It is a very windy day here in Tennessee, so if you can hear that outside, I'm very sorry for that, but we got to do what we got to do. I'm waving a deck of cards around, so you probably know what we are doing. This is the very first update to the Deck of Panning Project Pan. So of course this was created by Emily. Her YouTube channel name is emilynmax. I always link her down below in the description box as well as in the cards, and I encourage you to go check her out. There is a community playlist for this as well, and I will leave my playlist down there as well. I am not going to get too in-depth into the rules because in Emily's intro video, she does a really good job of explaining the rules. I tried to explain the rules as best I could in my intro video, and then I will leave them down in the description box. But it's a really easy like game style project. Like you'll be able to catch along pretty quickly in case this is your first time like seeing this and you're unfamiliar with it. But it involves like a deck of cards and a game board, and it's really fun because you never know like what item you are going to end up with having to like pan or work on, and so it's a lot of fun. I do have to tell you, I don't have any goals met for this month. However, I did decide, since the fun of this is rolling in new items, I do want to roll something in irregardless that I haven't finished anything off. So on months where I haven't finished off an item, I will always roll in at least one item. But on months where, let's say next month I hit goal on like 2 items, then I'm only going to roll in 2 items to replace those items, or maybe even just roll in 1 so I set myself back down to 5 items, because that's typically where everyone starts out with, is 5 items. But I'm waving this around a little preemptively. We need to get into the update before we can pull our new card, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I am going to make this more of like a progressive style project. All right, so I really don't remember the order that I rolled these things in, so I'm just gonna pick them up as they are. On the screen for you, I will leave what prompt they correspond to, as well as how many times I've used them, what my goal is, things like that. I do know that Emily, on the 10th of the month, she reshuffles the game board. So like, for instance, last month, if you drew a 2 of hearts and you also draw a 2 of hearts this month, the likelihood that it is going to be the same prompt is very slim to none. The only cards that stay the same are the face cards. So that's why I want to include for you what the prompt and the card was, because if you go and look at the game board now, it's not going to match up and you might be like, Haley, you are crazy. You know, 6 of diamonds is not setting spray. It's whatever. It's, you know, the 2 of spades. It's because the game board gets shuffled. Either way, I have 2 palettes that I rolled in, so that is what we will first talk about. So this first one is from Sugar Drizzle. This is the Frosty Flamingo palette. Now the prompt that I got for this was random color generator. So I used the app on my phone. I will pop up a picture here of our random color. It was this really pretty, like, kind of lavendery purple, I would say, and I don't have a lot in my life that matches that color other than eyeshadow. So I decided to roll in a shade from this palette that I felt like was a pretty spot on color match. It is this shade right here. I don't remember the name. Oh, Flamingo Baby. Why can I not remember that name? That's such a fun name to say. Anyway, my goal for this shade is not to hit pan, but it is to use it 22 times. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you're going to see it on the screen, so go by that. That is the correct like amount of uses that I've had, but I think I've only used it like 4-ish times this month, and that is a crying shame because the palette as a whole is super pretty. I don't know if you can even see that shade swatched out. Lighting, we are still struggling. Either way, the palette as a whole is really pretty, really fun to work with, and I'm kind of like mad at myself that I haven't used it more. It's just, I had other things going on, you know what I mean? Like I really wanted to play around with some other eyeshadows, and so this one just kind of fell to the wayside. But I'm really hoping that this month I can pick up my usage on it and get it rolled out by the next time. Again, it's not like a terrible product. It's been really fun to use and to work with, but it's just more fun to roll things out. So this is still staying in. Okay, so the next palette that we will talk about, this came in for the prompt, represents another project pan. So the project pan that I decided to go with is Sophie Alexandra's Project Level Up. I will leave all of that information in the description box for you as well, but it is such a fun project. So the idea is that you randomize a palette. Now I did not randomize this one, I just picked it out. But for level 1, you would use every eyeshadow in the palette 1 time at least, if not more, and then hit pan on 1 shade. So in the description box, I will leave a complete breakdown of how many times I've used each shade within this palette. I know that there were some shades where I've just used it the 1, and then other shades where I used it, you know, 2, 3+ times. So that part of this goal has been met, like using every shade at least once. Now I just have to hit pan on a shadow. And I'm kind of torn between two of them from this palette, this Zero shade and Sam, this center shade. So this one and this one. I've been tracking my uses on both of them just to kind of see like which one am I gravitating towards more over one. If I would slow down. Am I gravitating towards one shade over the other? And then that would make the decision a little bit easier. Or just, do I want to just use both of them and kind of just see which one pan happens in first? They're both really pretty shimmery shades. I would have to say my heart is really drawn to the Zero shade more so, which is this like blue shifty shade. It's really pretty. It kind of has like some purple aspects to it. But then Sam is just a really pretty like kind of yellowy gold green color, and so I have really enjoyed both of these. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you which one exactly. Like, I am just very much going to continue to play around with both of them and just kind of see where my heart takes me, you know? So yeah, that palette is staying in as well. All right, so this next prompt, I got the face card. I think it's the Ace of Diamonds, is pick your own space. So I ended up picking, I think it was 6 of Hearts, which is setting spray. So I rolled in this ColourPop setting spray. This is their it's from their Pretty Fresh line. It's the hyaluronic acid setting mist. This, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. It smells lovely. It kind of smells like coconuts. But the sprayer on this is super fine. Like, I don't know. Maybe you saw that. It's a super fine spray. So you have to hold it so close to your face for you to feel like you got any product on. And then I feel like since it's such a fine spray, I'm almost overspraying my face, and then I end up being too glowy, and then it's a little embarrassing to get on camera because when you've got the lighting and the ring light and everything, and you just kind of look like a sweaty mess. So I don't know. My goal is to finish this. So I have marked it on here for you. Hopefully you can see we were at the top. Like, this was brand new when I brought it in. And so now we're down here at this line. So that's a pretty good amount of progress for 1 month's worth of usage. I'm pretty happy about that. If we continue to make this kind of progress, I would say it's going to be in for about 2 more months. Yeah, but like I said, this is not something that I would rebuy. This is not a favorite, but it's not like so terrible that I need to declutter it from my life or like roll it out of this project, like can't stand it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. All right, so the next item is probably like the least exciting thing, but I got the prompt for concealer. So I rolled in my favorite concealer that I have in my collection right now. This is the Rare Beauty concealer. I have mine in the shade 140C, which I feel like does exactly what I want it to. It is a great shade match. It's like 1 to 2 shades lighter than like my foundation, which is what I want out of a concealer, but this wears so beautifully. It does not make my under eyes cakey. Like, I just love it. This will definitely be a repurchase. So my goal is to finish this off. I have not taken the stopper out of this or anything. This line on it, hopefully that you can see, is where we started, but I, like the genius that I am, decided to, when I was doing my makeup yesterday, instead of leaving this out on my vanity sitting up so that it would settle, I just put it back into my box. So I can't make a new line for you right now. However, I'm going to leave this sitting out on my vanity and see where it settles, and I will mark this before I start using it again so that we can get an accurate progress line. I feel like I've used this concealer every time I've done my makeup. I can tell you that. So it's gotten a lot of use in this month, but I have no idea like how much longer it will be in this project. All right, so then the last item to roll in, I got the prompt, a random letter generator. So we got the letter N, and I didn't really want to roll in another eyeshadow because not only do I have 2 palettes in here right now, but then I'm doing some other eyeshadow things like tracking my usage, and it felt a little overwhelming. So I went with a Bite Beauty lipstick that I have. This is in the shade No Nino. It's gonna be on the screen for you. I have not decided yet how we gonna say it, but I can show you by the little markings. Hopefully you can see them. So we started up right here on the cap, and now we are like down to here. I have made really good progress. Now I do have to tell you, this is a very like soft type formula. Like, I feel like every time you use it, you're gonna get progress. You know what I mean? But this is just such a flattering purpley brown color. It's what I have on today. I absolutely love shades like this. Like, I feel like this is my perfect neutral shade. So this is how much is left in here. Not very much at all. Like I feel super confident that I'm gonna get this done. Maybe not by the next month, but it will be done. And that'll be really exciting to like have finished off a lipstick. Even if it is a mini, like I'll still be really proud of myself. And I do want to point out to you, when we rolled it in, this is very much of like a domed product, like sticks out over the cap. But you can see it now sits down in there. Like that's pretty exciting, right? So that is all of the items that I need to update you on. Let me grab my deck of cards. All right, deck of cards, you know how Haley shuffles. It's very, you know, this is how they shuffle in Vegas. I don't know if you're aware, but you know, it's very professional. So I do promise to you that I have a joker in here, and I'm really hoping to not get the joker, but we will draw one card. I'm gonna do it the fancy fanning method that other people do. Oh, it's gonna be the joker. I can feel it, I can feel it. Whew, it's the Jack of Clubs. Spades. It's the Jack of Spades. All right, I am going to pop up a picture for you guys very quickly of the face card section of the game board so that you can see what the Jack of Spades is before I do. I don't know, but I'm gonna go look and grab my product to match up with it, and then I will be right back. Okay, so the black jacks are random color generators. So I pulled it up on my phone. We will randomize it together, and I know that the ring light is going to wash it out a little bit, so I will of course take a screenshot. So 2 random colors. All right, if we get another purple shade, don't be mad at me, but I'm gonna re-roll because I already have a purple shade from this prompt. So let's do this together. What is this? Ooh, it's like a seafoam green color. So you know it's gonna be an eyeshadow. I'll be right back. Okay, so like I said, we got this really pretty like seafoamy kind of green color. I looked through my collection and it was really hard to pick something that spot on match that, which I know, like it's just a best as you can do, right? So I decided to kind of play around with this a little bit. I have this quad from Juvia's Place. This is the Mints quad. I feel like the outside packaging of this really matches that color that we randomly generated. And then the shadows in here are pretty, like they're minty, but they're kind of seafoamy, right? That's at least what I think. So I am going to have a goal to use each of the shadows in here 5 times because it's 4, so that would be 20 uses in total. So I know 5 uses on an individual shadow doesn't sound like much, but that would be 20 times overall that I'm dipping into this palette. And you guys know minty, or not even minty, but like pastel shades are something that I kind of struggle to reach for. So I'll be excited to like use this, pull this out, and get like, you know, more comfortable with it. So let me swatch this out for you very quickly. So here are those colors swatched out. I feel like, yeah, they're all pretty close to like that random color that we generated. Like I think they're gonna be fun to play with, fun to incorporate into other looks. And yeah, I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And this is kind of the perfect thing to roll in because it does very much give me like spring vibes. And so I'm here for it, you know what I mean? Like it's not gonna snow anytime soon, and I'm still salty about that. So I'm just ready for spring. Like if winter's not gonna play nice, then I don't care, it can leave. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Please go check out everyone else that is doing it. Like I said, I will link the playlist down below. And I hope you're having a good day, a good night, or a good whatever. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.